Hey YouTube, it's Joe's Two Car Garage working on the 99 Pontiac Firebird LSX swap. And it's a little bit more than just a motor when you're doing a 6-cylinder car. So, let's see. In the rear of the car where we worked on this week, but let me back up and explain something too. I'm not really sure where I left off, so if I repeat some stuff at the end of the video, I'm just trying to tie things back in. I lost some videos on my phone. I've been having some issues with my using my phone and my computer together. They don't like each other, so I've been having some problems and I keep losing videos. So hopefully this one will make it through. But that being said, I'm not sure what's online right now. I'm not sure where that is. So I'm just going to work backwards from here until I think I got everything covered. So if I repeat myself, my apologies. So anyway, as you can see here, I've got the rear of the car taken apart. I've got the carpet in the rear seat out. Most of the plastic trim is gone. It's in storage right now. The door panels are also going to be replaced. Seats and console are coming out this week so I can scrub the carpet. I'm just going to pull it out. I'm going to use purple cleaner on it. Purple cleaner I get from Advanced Auto, my choice for parts. So that's going to get done hopefully this week sometime, depending on how busy we are at work. So anyway, I had to take this stuff out so I could get the shock absorbers out, because the last couple of days I've spent removing the rear axle, and I spent most of today cleaning the underside of the car because it was absolutely disgusting. My light on here. You can see the tunnel is nice and clean. Hand scrubbed from tail pan all the way to the firewall, from rail to rail, and out to the rockers where I could. I still got some issues inside it. I almost lost the phone. Over the control arms in those pockets. I've got to clean that stuff up yet too. And I'm talking to a guy about maybe doing some sandblasting and paint work under here. Not real serious about it just yet. We'll see where that ends up. He's been pretty reasonable with his pricing as far as some of the stuff for the suspension that I've had sandblasted. So this thing might end up on a trailer going over to his place before it gets put back together. But anyway, we've got this far. So I had to pull the rear end because it was the 308 rear end limited slip for a 6-cylinder car. I have a Z28 out of a 98 out of my Camaro donor car. I still had the rear end for that, so we're going to put that in here. And the other thing that we have to do is we have to pull the fuel tank out because we've got to change the fuel pump. Fuel pump has to be upgraded to the 60 PSI version. We're going to install a Walboro I believe it's 255. Don't quote me on that or order anything off of those numbers because I can't remember off the top of my head. But I think that's what it is. So anyway, that's going to happen this week. I'll order that and pull the tank. Here's the rear end all cleaned up. Sway bar. I got to put all this back together. Have all the brake lines, electrical. Have everything but sway bar bolts. I have to buy some new ones. I broke those. So that's that for that. And what else do we got? Let's see. So you know about the rear of the car. Underneath is clean. Done all that. Now, motor. We pulled it apart going on 2 weeks ago now. So I'm not sure how much of this is online. Nice crosshatch still in the cylinders. It's in real nice shape. There's the heads over there. All my parts are underneath the bench. My little half-ass workbench there. Next payday, hopefully, we'll be having a gentleman come out and changing out the windshield for us. And that means that I can put the dashboard in once the windshield is in. So hopefully everything goes smooth and I won't have any problems that way. Get the dashboard and the windshield and stuff tied up. Then we're actually putting things back on the car. Very soon, that's what's going to be. I'll be done taking things off the car and we'll be putting stuff back on. So that's where we're at right now. Everything's starting to come together. I gotta say, I talked about this Iron Armor. This is some primer here from Harbor Freight. I gotta say, I'm in love with it. It's very durable. I dropped that sway bar. It actually slid. I had it balanced on top of the motor, and it actually slid off the motor and fell on the floor, and it didn't hurt anything. On one corner there was a little chip. Touched it up, no more problems. It didn't scratch it when it rolled off the motor, off those sharp cast iron edges or nothing. So I'm pretty happy with that stuff. It seems to be pretty durable. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. So a couple more parts to clean up, make a couple of orders for some parts, and I'm actually going to be starting to put things together. Once I get the plan for right now, once I get everything in the rest of the car the way I want it, not including body work or paint, get the interior in, get the fuel tank in, get the rear end back in. Once I get that stuff done and I can clean this mess up and start to focus on the motor, then we're going to start working on electrical too. And I'm going to try and capture a little more in-depth, maybe some actual action shots of what's going on with that as we work. So I got a little bit of cleaning to do, brake calipers, one of the torque arms got to get cleaned up also. So we're getting there, making some progress, and I actually have a radiator lined up too. I forgot to mention that also. One of the guys on the forum has it. A pretty good deal. So there you are. That's your update for the, well, I don't know, 27th, 8th, something like that of August 2015. Yeah, need to turn my lights off. Okay, YouTube. We'll talk to you in a week or so.